Hello guys, my name is Ashish and welcome to today's video. So guys, this is our fifth video of our driving series, and in this video we are just talking about or practicing a bit more on the road conditions and normal driving conditions. Somehow we also going to talk about the lane discipline and all that, how to maintain your car in the lane, and some of it judgments as well. So when I'm driving normally like this, let's say what you're gonna read is first thing, where do you want to go? So you have to prepare your mind. If I have to go straight or right, if I'm going straight, I'm going to go into this lane or either this lane, they both goes front. If I have to take only right hand, if I just had to take a right hand turn, I would have stayed in the this lane only. So remember that this left lane usually tells you to give you the way when you have to turn left, and the right lane tells you, of course, when you have to take a right. So when you have to take a right, try to be in the right hand side lane. When you have to take a left, try to be in the left hand side lane. If there are more than two lanes, like three lanes, so the center one would of course will go straight. All right. One more thing is, whenever we try to overtake, we always try to overtake from the right hand side or from the driver side. Let's say if you're watching this video in Europe or Canada, so you are doing the other way around. So you are going to try to drive on the other side. So I'm in the UK, so I'm driving accordingly. Okay. So the main thing about driving is having patience and like preparing yourself what do you want to do ahead and judgment ahead. So I'm in a fourth gear right now and I'm driving normally on the 30 miles per hour on a 40 miles per hour road. So the people ahead of me break down. So this guy want to take a left and he gave an indicator turning left, but I want to go straight. This road also goes straight. Most of the time you will see the markings on the road ahead, so that you need to be careful of. Where do you need to ride? So both of them are saying ahead only, so I can't take left, can't take right either. These are some of these things. Also, when we are judging, when I'm driving, like if my vehicle is in my correct lane, am I too right? So for example, right now I'm too ahead, too far on the right hand side, and if I go here, I am too far on my left hand side. But how do I know that? That comes a bit with the experience as well. So the main thing you need to try is, when you are driving, your steering wheel, right, what you are looking for is your steering wheel here, and you align it, that should be in the lane. That's all you need to look for, right? Or there are a few more things people help to judge is, you can see the center marking of the car. Let's say if there's a cyclist, so I have to slow down because there is a car on the right hand side as well on me, because I can't be very close to this guy, otherwise he might get scared. And so okay, the person on my right gave me some gap, so I could actually overtook him. Now remember that whenever you see a cyclist, you need to give him enough space so that he doesn't get scared or you don't hit him from behind. Okay. So when we are on the left hand lane, I'm driving peacefully. We were talking about the judgment, so I'm judging this road from my left hand side and my right hand side. I'm completely in between. I'm not too far right, too far left. And what you need to make sure is that your steering wheel stays in the lane. When I'm looking at it, your steering wheel is actually just in the line, in the space here. If a bit of turn comes, for example, the turn is coming ahead of me, the cars are turning a bit to the right hand side, what I will do is I will just hold the steering wheel from here, turn slowly while I'm steering, and that's it. Remember that when we are at a speed, very less of the movement of the steering wheel can give you a lot of movement in the car. So we need to make sure that we do not do that much or this much. So this is completely wrong. We try to avoid that at any cost, which is not safe. Okay. And looking at the mirrors is also very important. When we are driving, check the middle mirror, the left mirror, the right mirror. If I'm taking a left hand turn or if I'm turning left, I will check on my left hand mirror and then do slow movement. of my car, and whenever I'm turning, I'm taking my foot away from the accelerator, so I do not have to speed up, because I want to maintain my speed, and whenever I'm changing lane, I'm giving the indicator as well. Following road signs and lane markings and all that is very important whenever we talk about. So I might make a separate video with all the road signs that you need to know, which is like the common ones, right, which is used most of the countries as well. So like the school one is like very common, and like speed breaker one would be very common as well. So these are the ones, some of them, which are like all the countries follow, and which is like universal, we can say. And make sure whenever we are driving, we always look for pedestrians where these guys are walking. So these kids are just like running, so it's after the school time and these kids are running around, so you need to be very, very, very careful, especially at that time whenever you are driving. So in the last few videos we were talking about how to speed up, how to slow down, how to change your gears when you are in which gear, and how to come to a complete stop, how to start your vehicle. So just a quick recap. Now I'm at a stop. What I'm gonna do, the lines again, I'm press my clutch, put my first gear on, release my clutch slowly, and I'm ready. I'm moving right out, giving the right side indicator and turning my steering wheel like this, and then slowly I'm bringing it back to the place. Whenever we try to turn, the manipulation of the turning wheel has to be like this. I know some people, like, we can cross hands and like do like that and all that stuff, but that is like when you get very used to with your car when you're driving, not like in the beginning. In the beginning you need to have some of the judgment first, rather than, because if you are crossing your arm, there are many things can happen. If you're not very good with the judgment, it might not end up being a well turn, right? So when you make a habit and when you are like practicing your driving, it will give you enough time to know how much steering wheel you need to turn, like this much or that much. I don't even need to do that much movement if I'm just driving on even 30. I'm just doing this thing to even turn at any of these. If I'm like on a very slow movement, then I will turn more of my steering wheel. For example, this one, that one, it doesn't do much, but if I'm at a high speed, I can't do that. So the bus has stopped. I'll look into my mirrors that there is no car or something. I can overtake easily and then come back, giving the indicator back in. I'm on the third gear, driving slowly. And now what I was talking about is I can't do the same amount of movement now. If I have to take a turn, for example, I'll just do slow movements of my this hand and that hand, that's it. I knew that the van ahead of me was turning, so I slowed down already. So the main thing about driving is having patience, again I'm telling you, and planning ahead. What do you want to do? Right, so we're driving again slowly. I'm in the third gear. You see a roundabout. I want to go right hand side on this side, so I will see all the lane markings and I'm turning right from here. So I will slow down, wait for the traffic on my right. Every time when you are on a roundabout, we always have to look the traffic on the right and give them priority. I'm gonna turn right from here. I've looked into the mirrors. I'm gonna wait for the traffic to calm down and press my clutch slowly, going from here. I'm giving left indicator, looking around into the mirrors, and slow down on these double lines. These double lines means basically you have to give away anyone on the left hand side or the right hand side on you. Whenever it's coming on the main road, you basically gone onto the main road from a side road. And what are the things I look at? I need to stop before the stop line, and I'm waiting for the red light. Now one more thing, if you look at the red light, there is a red big circle with the white arrow. That means so hopefully you liked the video and enjoyed it. So we're gonna make few more videos about the driving practice, and if you like this video, please give a like and comment down below. If you have any questions, I will try to help you out. And keep driving safe. Cheers.